Hey guys! This next project we're going to be working on is actually for the Doodle for Google contest, which if you don't know what that is, it's a contest that Google hosts yearly for students around the world to create their own Google logo. So you take this kind of template of Google and you design it in any sort of way creatively fitting the theme that you can think of. Let's take a look at some prior winners. So if you Google under images past Doodle for Google winners, let's see how many times I can mess that up, you'll see a bunch of different designs that have won throughout the years. And take a look, some of them are from different countries and different grades. It doesn't mean that they were the overall winner, they might just be the winner for that particular state. But this can give you a good idea of the creative ways that you can change the Google logo. Sometimes you're not even really forming the letters completely. It doesn't have to be perfectly spelled out like this one. Sometimes it's just implying the letters like this one with our artist. So think about it very creatively. It doesn't have to be a perfect rendition of a letter. It can just imply the letter, or even in like some instances of, let's see, I think in 2019, where'd that one go? This was the national winner. This O is just kind of implied with that background of purple, but it's not perfect, and then she doesn't even worry about the rest of the letters, whereas in some other winners, every single letter is made up of something. Except for this last little E here. I guess they ran out of sloths. The more creative you are with this, the better. But, like I said before, it has to follow the theme. Before we get to the theme, because that's something that changes every year, let's talk about how it works and what your limitations are. The very first thing you'll need to do is go to this Doodle for Google How It Works page, which you can just Google, and download the entry form. So if you click this, it's going to open to a new tab where it's got the instructions and this form. So what I would like for you to do is to download this and open it in Photoshop and use this as like your background layer. So don't work on this layer, just use it as a background and do layers over top. And that'll help you kind of map out your letters if you want to do something more similar to what they have exactly, or even just guide you on forming the shape of letters if you're going to imply them. That's the very first thing you need to do. Now keep in mind you're going to have to write an artist statement on that form, and you're going to have to describe what you've drawn and how it represents the theme, which is your inner strength this year. In other years it may be something different, so your description is going to have to state how you fit the theme. And then you will have to have it signed by a guardian. I will help you guys enter all of these forms, so you don't need to worry too much about that. Let's talk about the judging criteria. It will be judged on your artistic merit, so your artistic skills, creativity, and within that creativity it has to represent the contest theme, use the letters in Google logo, and have a unique approach to the doodle. And thirdly, theme communication. How well the contest theme is expressed in both the artwork and the written statement. All doodles across the nation are going to be grouped and judged by grade. So whatever grade group you fall into, that's who you're going to be judged against, your peers of similar ages. Now there are some different finalists. So like we went and Googled different past winners. So obviously, like this one, in comparison to, let's see, a little kid one, this one, there's not really a comparison, right? It's a different age group, and they may be winners of different categories. So first, we've got state and territory winners. So 10 or more winners for each grade group, 54 in total. Okay, so you could be a state level winner. There's also a national finalist, so that's one finalist for each grade group, 5 in total, gets judged and selected for out of that 5. And then that one national winner gets featured on google.com. That's not the only prize here. They actually have some really cool prizes. Disqualifications. This is important, especially with the way our class goes. We use a lot of images from online. Really, you cannot do that. You have to use everything original. So if you're going to use a photograph, it needs to be something that you took. You're not stealing logos from online or copyrighted images. All of that stuff will be disqualified. So you're either going to have to digitally draw it, or take your own photos, or work from a non-copyrighted images and change it enough. That means it has to be 70% changed to not be copyright. Just stay away from anything that's not original and you'll be fine. 1 application per student. Only 1 doodle will be acceptable for each student. You can't submit 5 different ones. And you can read through the contest rules at your leisure. Let's talk about the prizes though. The national winner, they will have their logo on google.com for 1 day. First of all, that's pretty a big deal in and of itself. So if I go to Google and whoever won the national contest, their logo is going to be displayed. They will also get a $30,000 college scholarship. That's a big deal. $30,000. A $50,000 technology package for your school. Amazing. And Google hardware, fun googly swag. So think, I'm sure, tech, whatever their new stuff is, or phones or laptops, or their version of iPads, and swag, sweatshirts, hats, towels, all the cool googly stuff. So that's if you're the national winner. If you become a finalist in the national contest, you receive a $5,000 scholarship, still big, Google hardware, and fun googly swag. And if you're one of the state and territory winners, you get Google hardware, a celebratory message from Google, and fun googly swag. Plus, that's pretty cool because, like I said, this is a nationwide contest. So even just making it that far and getting that recognition is something that you can put on your artistic resume. Before you guys get started, I want you to go and, like I did, Google past Doodle for Google winners and take a look at some different designs to get inspiration, because it might just be done in a way that you never would have thought of before, and that helps inspire you in some sort of way. That's really important before you even get started in drafting ideas. Oh, that one's cool. You can do this on images or go to the regular web search, and there's a bunch of different sites that have past winners. Now, for this year of 2021, the theme, if you click on the little logo at the top left, it'll take you to the page with the theme, and it is I am strong because. So you're going to have to think about how can you finish that sentence. Strength isn't only about how fast you can run or how many push-ups you can do. Oops. It's also about the strength inside of you. How do you rise above the troubles and keep moving forward in tough times? I'm sure after 2020, that was kind of what inspired this this theme, because we had a lot of tough times. When you make mistakes or get scared, what helps you clear the clouds above your head? When people around you are feeling down, how to use your inner strength to lift them up? This theme invites you to tell us what makes you uniquely strong. So again, this is for 2021. If you are in other years, click that logo or Google Doodle for Google to find out that year's theme. Do a couple different drafts, either digitally or on paper, because your first idea isn't always going to be your best idea. So draft out a couple different ideas and then you guys can get started. Let me know if you have any questions.